Are you mad because you wanted to eat my or yours? Let me know. That's exactly what it gave, bitch.
I'm doing rich shit. Pretty bitch shit. I'm doing rich shit.
So I'm here to talk the things today. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is me, the London Baddie. And today I have a story time for you guys that I need to get out because one thing about me, you're not gonna label me as a liar because that's one thing that I'm not, you know? So, now I know this story time happened like back in like start of sixth form, okay? But, you know, since I started our YouTube channel, I was like, you know what? Let me just give you guys the story time. And people have been asking me to like, you know, give like DL story times and things like that on my TikTok. So here we are today and let's get into it. So like, I went to like this secondary school like when I moved to London and you know, it was fine. I had like a group of friends. I had like these straight boys. I had some girlfriends as well. And, you know, I was just in the mix because I was, you know, I've been the baddest bitch. And you know, there was this one guy. And I thought of him as like a friend, you know. I never thought of him as like anything other than that. Because at the end of the day, why would I, you know, sit here and look at my straight friend and be like, oh yeah, I'm on that, because I'm not, you know. So things go by and now this is like year 11. If I think year 11 is like 10th grade, by the way, for you Americans. But yeah, so it's now like almost the end of 10th grade, year 11, and I'm like being a bit more feminine. I'm showing a bit more skin. I'm, you know, being the baddest bitch that I am, you know, because it's nothing new that I've been a bad bitch. So obviously, as I'm here acting like that, I post on like my Snapchat and I like, you know, post like my waist, you know, just things like that. And this one guy would, you know, respond to the stories and be like, oh, your waist is so nice, this, that. And I was just taken back by it. I was like, oh, I know you do that, like, you know. So obviously I took it as a joke, okay? I took it as a joke. I'm gonna tell you why I took it as a joke. Because in my year group, like the straight guys, because mind you, it's more than one DL in that year group, okay? There's more than one DL in there. But anyways, you know, I was shocked, but I wasn't too shocked because in that year group, they all used to act gay around each other. I'm talking slapping bums, grabbing penises, like grabbing dick, grabbing cock, grabbing ass, like, you know, all of that. So I wasn't like too fussed by it. I thought it was like, you know, like a joke, obviously. Now, I did get my ass grabbed by somebody in that year group in a way which I wouldn't have liked to, you know, have that done to me. And obviously, you'd think I already had like gay allegations my whole time being in there. So you're grabbing the gay guy's ass, like, you know. But okay, that was a different guy, okay. But anyways, now we're gonna get back into the story. So let me get up the messages and I'm gonna tell you guys what the tea is. Okay guys, so I've got the pictures right here, yeah. I don't know how this editing is gonna work because once again guys, I am not the type to, you know, come here and, you know, bait out somebody, which is what they made me seem out to be when this whole situation happened. So y'all are bum ass, broke ass bitches for that. We all know y'all was broke and still are broke, okay? You know, but anyways, obviously, I'm gonna try to, you know, cover his name and everything. But look, this is the first message, okay? So he was like, sorry, not the messages. Anyways, he was like, rah, your hair has grown bare so quickly as well. Right. That's not like a, you know, bad message. But I'm just, once again, guys, I'm just showing you how it happened. Then he sent me a voice note on my birthday. And he was singing happy birthday. And then he shouted me out on his story. Ooh. Sorry. He shouted me on his story. And then... Okay, guys. My phone's acting up right now. Skip me 1 second. Okay, guys. She's back. So, then, I posted something on my private story. I don't remember what I posted. I think it was someone like trying to be mean to me or something. He said, some nosy ass niggas. Okay. Then I posted something on my private story again, and I think I must have been like, oh, the men here are like tea or something, like, because, you know, I was in Cape Verde at this time, and one thing about my country is they're gonna have the, you know? So he responded, and he said, don't cheat on me. That's disrespectful. How is it disrespectful if you ain't mains? Like, you ain't my man, you know? Okay, but anyways, I just flipped it because I just realized you guys can't read the messages properly. So, yeah, he was like, don't cheat on me. That's disrespect. Right. How am I cheating on you? You're not my man. Like, you know, you aren't my boyfriend. We haven't had any, like, conversations in terms of, like, for you to be my boyfriend. Are you stupid? Like, are you... You know? Like, let's get that thing straight right there. But anyways, then I made my way back to the UK. So now I'm back in the UK, and I posted on my private story again, and I said going home to, you know, vape. And he responded, and he said, oh my god, guys, I need to keep on plugging. But he said, so you're only excited to smoke, oh my. What else am I going to be excited for to come in the UK to? Let me know. What else is exciting in the UK? You know? Like, please. And then I posted a picture of my waist. Now, guys, you guys know I'm T, okay? So he said, nice body. Wow. Thank you. Thank you so, so much. But why would you do that? You know? Why would you actually do that? And then he responded to my story again, guys. This is him responding to all my things. I wasn't doing anything. Only thing I was doing, okay, guys, was responding to the messages he was sending me when he was responding to my stories. So I had no, like, take in this whole thing. Like, it wasn't me making moves, okay? Then I baited someone out. Okay, listen. Back then, I did bait someone out. You know, but I had my reasonings to bait out that person. I baited out that person because why do you have a girlfriend, posting your girlfriend on your story, doing everything with your girlfriend, but you're out here trying to get other people? Like, you know, I had to bait you out, I'm sorry. You know, and that girl still thanks me to this day because I did her a favor. But anyways, he just responded, he said, yo, ooh. He just responded and he said, yo, stop baiting niggas out. I'm gonna bait out someone if they have a girlfriend, you know? But, you know, then he sent me another voice note to something. I don't know what the voice note said, guys. Again, I only took pictures of this. Then I said, now make it make sense. On that note, good night, because I have to wake up soon. I posted that on my private story. I think I was talking about some guy, like, being weird or something. And then he responded. He said, you might as well bait him out. How do you go from saying, stop baiting niggas out, to bait him out? Are you skunked? Like, what's the... Y'all is weird. All of y'all are weird. But anyways, then I said, whose house can I stay at? Guys, I was joking. If you guys know me from my 2022 era, I had a Snapchat story where I would troll. I would just troll artists. I would troll anybody. It was just a trolling story, okay? So he said your own. Okay, what was the need to respond? You ain't got no reason to respond, you know? And then we got our grades back and he was like, bro, I'm happy, man. Okay, good that you're happy, you know? The hell are you like, you know? And then he was just sending me snaps of him. Obviously, I can't show the snaps, guys, because once again, I respect this guy. Well, not really. But, you know, I'm not the type of person to go out my way to, you know, date someone out. So we won't be doing that over here. But I will be telling you guys the story. Okay, so now back to front-facing camera because I don't need any more proof right now, guys. I've got my tea. Obviously, guys, I will be showing you some pictures throughout the thing, I think, if the pictures are, like, not too crazy. So, yeah. Now, if you guys recall, he did pop up to my story and he said, oh, you're only excited to VAPE. And he was, like, then messaged me after and he was like, oh, can I get some VAPEs from you, you know, like, because I was, like, in terms, quitting. I was quitting, okay, guys? I was quitting. So, I was quitting the Nick. And, obviously, I was quitting it. So, he was like, oh, okay, let me get them from you then. Okay, so I was like, cool, come to my house. Now, why did I say come to my house? Because this guy had already been to my house with my other straight friends. Okay? He had been to my house with my other straight friends. So I thought nothing of it. It was nothing new to me. It was not someone I didn't know. It was not someone that didn't come to my house prior. He had already been to my house. So to me, it was something normal. So I said, of course, come. Now, I was on the phone to my sis, Jade and Salam. Well, this was happening because he came to my house. So he came over. He knocked on, no, he rang the doorbell, then obviously he knocked on my door. I opened the door and I was like, oh, sorry, like, you know, I closed the door in his face because I didn't have the thing that he wanted in my hand. So I closed the door in his face. You know I closed the door in your face. Don't act stupid. And then I went to go get it. I opened my door again and I said, oh, here you go. You know, go about your day.
Oh, now we gotta go?
Like, go. Mind you guys, it's like 8, 9 p.m. around this time, okay? I've got my timings and I've got CCTV recording on my building too, if y'all want to try me today, because we can do that, period. But yeah. Then after I've handed it to him, he was like, oh, I can't lie, my bus is at like midnight, so can I just stay over and chill? Now guys, I should have known he was being stupid. Okay, I should have known he was trying to be funny. He was trying to, you know, do a little 1-2. I should have known. Obviously, I said, yeah, cool. Why did I say that? Because once again, guys, I thought it was normal because he had already been to my house prior. Okay? So, cool. I was laying in my bed prior to him coming over. So, I'm going to still lay in my bed. You know, that's one thing I'm always going to do. So, I was laying in my bed. He was sitting on my chair. So, cool. Just sitting on my chair. Cool. No shade. I was seeing some bulge. Okay, somebody was getting hard in the room and it wasn't me. It was not me. So somebody was getting hard. And obviously I'm like getting concerned at this point. So I'm like, what the hell, Yana? And to make matters worse, he's like, oh, I want some head right now. I want some head. From who? From who? Me. Give you. Head. Girl, you got me fucked up. Like, you must have been crazy to think I was gonna be like, oh my god, yeah, let me give you some. No, that was not what was gonna happen, darling. And it's not what happened. And you know that's not what happened. So, you know. Wait, is this the wrong account? Guys, I was trying to get the pictures, but this is the wrong Snapchat account. So let me log out and log into my other one. Okay, guys, so I just had to airdrop myself some pictures, which they're right here, okay? Now, obviously, you've now come to my house. You've now got a bulge. Oh my god, guys, you guys can't even see. Sorry. Okay, guys, we're back in this angle. You've now got a bulge. Am I bugging, guys? And you were claiming you needed some head. Who? Me? No, your mama. Anyways, so, yeah. These are the pictures I have. So, yeah, you know, someone's getting a little bit excited over there. It wasn't me. You were getting excited. Okay? And, obviously, then I have this other picture, but I can't show you guys this other picture because if I show it, you guys will know who it is. And like I said, guys, I'm not that type of person. But you can't label me as a liar, so I'm here today. So, cool. Now I'm going to tell you guys how the whole, like, thing went down. So, he was sat in my chair, you know, claiming he wanted some head. I said, go get some head, because you ain't getting it here. Okay? So, obviously, I said that now. I'm still laying in my bed right now, by the way, guys. So, cool. He's now moved his way onto my bed. Okay? He's moved his way onto my bed. And I was, like, laying on my belly. So, obviously, my ass, you know, she gotta... Yeah, okay? So, he first put his legs on my bum. And he was like, oh. And I'm like, you know? And then he went from his legs to putting his head on my bum. And he was like, oh, it's as soft as a pillow. Why did you even put your fucking head in my ass in the first place? I know it's soft as a pillow. Thank you very much for, you know, stating the obvious. You know, stating something I already knew. Thank you very much for stating it. Because I obviously needed to know, right? So, obviously, I'm like getting a bit weirded out now. Like, the fact that he's, you know, laying his head in my ass, you know, talk about it soft as a pillow. So I shuffled, okay? So now that I've shuffled, we're like laying on my bed and it's like, you know, just laying, okay? And I think I must have like breathed. I think I must have like went like, something like that, you know? And he was like, oh, stop, you know, vaping. And I'm like, I'm not vaping. Like, I'm not, you know, doing that. So then what did I do? I grabbed it and I literally like, you know, took a pull, and I blowed it in his face. Because one thing like, how dare you tell me what to do? Who are you to tell me what to do? Who? You're nobody, okay? So I did what I did. And then he was like, oh, blow it in my mouth. Blow it in whose mouth? So I said, are you sure? Are you sure? Like, are you sure you want me to, you know, blow it in your mouth? Like, are you sure? And he was like, yeah, cool. So obviously, I did it, okay, guys? I did it, okay? I know it's my fault. I did it, okay? I did it. I did it, okay? But the first time, nothing happened. I just, you know, he asked me to blow it in his mouth. I did that and nothing happened, okay? He just took the smoke, cool. So now I'm like, okay, you know, it's just that, like, it's nothing else. Baby, he asked me to do it again. Should have never done it again. I should have never done it again. So I now do it again. I did it, okay? I did it again. The guy starts kissing me. He just starts kissing me. Okay, and I'm not gonna lie, I did find him attractive. Okay? I did find him attractive. But it was never like, you know, I was trying to do that because, you know, that I wasn't trying to do that. Because like I said, you are one of my straight friends. I don't need to be doing that with a straight friend, you know. And my other straight friends, if they were real, dumbass bitches, if y'all were real, y'all would have realized and recognized that why the fuck would I do that? I've never done that with you guys. What makes you think I'm gonna go ahead and do it with him? Dumbass bitches. Like the hell? So obviously he started kissing me and no shade. It was okay. So obviously that was happening and that was that. So we was kissing and I think that was like as much as happened on day one. Okay? Now he left and he was like, oh, I'm gonna come back the next day. And no shade, guys, this guy could not stop kissing me, okay? At all. Like, he couldn't stop, okay? Now, on the second day, he comes up to my thing, you know, I sit down in my bed. He grabs my neck and just starts kissing me. Now, I do have fucking, you know, what's it called? You know when you have people that, like, witnessed it? I have witnesses, okay? I have witnesses. So as he's grabbed my neck and tried to kiss me, I'm on the phone. I'm like on the phone as he's doing this. So I have to quickly end the phone, okay? And if I need to, I will pull up the witnesses and they will tell y'all that it's true that happened, okay? So he starts kissing me, okay? That. I like, you know, I'm doing my little 1-2, okay, period. And he's like grabbing my ass now. And then he tries to grab my, you know, and I'm like, wait. Wow, like, we ain't doing that. Like, I know you want the joystick, you know? Okay, cool. So, I know you want the joystick. I know that. So, what did I do? I flipped it, okay? I flipped it, and I was touching the joystick. Right. So, I was touching the joystick, and it was gonna get down to that point. But he received a phone call, talk about, I think it was his cousin, somebody that was, you know, giving birth, so he had to leave. Okay? And then after that, we never met again. We were still like messaging or whatever, but we never met again. Nothing happened after this, okay? Nothing at all. So now this is when it starts getting messy. So like I said, guys, this was like when we was about to start sixth form. I think it's 11th grade, like for the Americans. So, okay. I decided to go sixth form shopping with 2 of my friends. Okay, one being a straight friend, another one was just a girl. So, when I was shopping, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I need to let this go. Like, I need to get this out. Like, I need to get this out. So, I pull my straight friend, and I'm like to him, oh, you know, so-and-so, did so-and-so with me. Obviously, he didn't believe me. A bit dumb. You're a bit dumb. So obviously he didn't believe me. What did I do? I pulled up the proof, guys. Everything I've showed you guys is what I showed him. And more. And more, okay? I showed him even more than I showed you guys because, you know, he knew who it was. So, obviously, he's now looked at the proof and he's quote-unquote believing me, okay? He's quote-unquote believing me. So, cool. That was that. That was the only person I had told, by the way. Nothing else like came out of my mouth, nothing. So then sixth form now starts, and I had, at the time I had a best friend. She's not my friend anymore, weirdo. But anyways, at the time I had a friend, and obviously I'm just sat here, you know, chopping it up with my girl, and I'm telling my girl the tea, okay? I'm telling my girl the fucking tea. So I told my girl the tea. I told her how it is and how it was, and what I told her. Down to what happened. I told her everything that I need to tell. Because who the fuck doesn't speak to their friends? You want me to just, you know? The hell, of course I'm going to tell my sister, okay? So I told my sister at the time what happened, who it was, and all of that. So that was exactly what happened, guys, okay? Now, mind you, I only told 2 to 3 people, okay? And I know these 3 people are not the people to go around, right? Mind you, I was looking out for this guy because the last thing I wanted was for him to be outed. Because I'm not that type of person. He hasn't done anything wrong to me, okay? He hasn't done anything wrong. He didn't have a girlfriend. He didn't have nothing. So I had no reason to go ahead and, you know, be like, okay, I'm going to bait you out. I didn't bait you out. I had to tell my friends what it was. And I know that my friends weren't going to say anything, okay? Like the hell? So obviously, I told my friends, nothing else happened, guys. Like, I didn't go around, like, telling people nothing, okay? So, next day comes now. I'm hearing, like, some like, you know, whispering, like, blah, blah, blah. Like, people, like, talking about... I'm like, how do y'all know? How do y'all know? Because I didn't say shit. How do y'all know? You know? That type of thing. So, in sixth form, we have, like, 3 periods. So it was a free period right now. And I was with my sister at the time, sat here. And then in front of me was that so-called bitch. Okay? She knows who she is. You know what you did. You will be dealt with.
Period.
Okay?
Period.
So she's like to me, oh, be careful. Because so-and-so is going to jump you with his friends. Jump who? Jump who? Me. Me. baby, me. You talk about jumping me. Baby, you could not even jump me if you jumped. You couldn't even reach, baby. I'm supermodel height. What height are you? You know? So cool. She's now told me, oh my god, he's gonna jump you. He's gonna do... Baby, one thing about me, 2 things for certain, I never scared. Never ducked, no smoke, never been scared, okay? Period. Point blank, period. So, cool. Now he said he's gonna jump me because apparently I've been going around telling the people. Who did I tell? I ain't going around telling nobody. It's going around. And you know why it's going around? Because of the girl that told me to be careful that he's gonna jump me. And you know why she said that? Because she was mad he wanted to eat me and not her. Is that why you're mad? Is that why you're mad? Are you mad because you wanted to eat my pussy and not yours? Let me know. Let me know, because that's exactly what it gave, bitch. You are just broke, bitter, and jealous. That's exactly what you are. You're broke, bitter, and jealous. And that's exactly why you overheard the conversation me and my sister were having, me and my friend were having, and you went around telling everybody what the tea was. Why? Because you were mad he didn't want to eat your pussy. That's why you were mad. Baby, it's not my fault. I'm just, you know, it's not my fault that the niggas want me, okay? So, instead of you just, you know, minding your business as one is meant to do, you decided to go open your mouth and then you decided to flip it and make it seem like it was me that was telling everybody what the hell was going on. No, baby, it wasn't me. You was just upset that I took your mans. Mind you, he ain't even your mans. Why are you so pressed about a man who don't want you? Why? Let me know. Like, what's the tea? What is the issue? Because there's no issue. There isn't any issue. He don't want you. Mind you, he even wanted the next gal. He wanted the next girl. Like, he wanted the next girl. It wasn't even you who he wanted. Mind you, the girl who should have even been mad, if anything, was his, you know, so-called ex. And she wasn't even mad. She didn't even give a fuck. She didn't even give a fuck. So why are you giving a fuck? Like, are you mad that he went to her and then came to me and still ain't gone to you? Is that why you're mad? Dumb ass. Like, bitch, and mind you, guys, I'm not the type of person to be mean. You had bigger fish to fry. You had bigger fish to fry. You still have bigger fish to fry. So go ahead and fry your fish and get the fuck out of my business, bitch. The hell? Bear, like, she's just trying to be messy. She just wanted to get me jumped. And the fact that you would even come to me and be like, oh yeah, like, be careful, because, you know, he wants to jump you, like, with his friends. Baby, I've never been scared. And I never will be scared, okay? So what did I do? Me and my messy self on my way home. I walked past the guy's college. I walked past it, you know, untouched, unfazed. Nothing happened to me. Why would it? Why would it? Like, why would it happen to me? You know? So, obviously, that day I went home, minding my business, and I'm chopping it up with my mom. And I'm like, girl, these people are trying to be messy. Like, what's the tea? Y'all still ain't jumped me to this day, and you can never jump me.
Exactly.
So, yeah. Now it's the next day. So, it's the next day now, and, you know, my straight friends come up to me. Well, I think it was one or two of them that came up to me. I don't really remember, guys, but I remember the, like, interaction. So they come up to me, they start asking me questions. They're like, oh, are you sure, like, it was true that what you're saying? Like, are you sure it's true? Like, because he said he was only there to get, you know, like, he was only there to get Nick. He left with no Nick. He left with no Nick. So how are you asking me he was only there to get Nick and he left my house with no Nick? And he was here twice. Make that make sense, darling. Actually make it make sense. Because it's not making sense. It's really not making sense, you know? Like, it ain't making sense, darling. It's not. So obviously, I'm like, are you for real? Like, are you stupid? Like, are you skunked? Like, I've showed you the fucking proof. I've given you the, you know, receipts and everything. So why would you think that I'm sat here lying? Mind you, all of y'all is probably sucking each other's dicks. All of y'all are probably on each other's cocks. Like, what's the tea? That's exactly what y'all is doing. Because I've showed you the proof. You've seen the messages. Do you want me to pull up the CCTV? Because I can. Because I can. And I will. You know? Like, y'all is just some dumb ass. Like, y'all actually are so stupid. Mind you, we went on a trip in year 11. So-called guy started shaking his ding-along in your room. And you think I'm lying about him wanting to fuck me? Are you stupid? Are you actually for real? Maybe y'all was in that room sucking each other's cocks. Maybe that's what it was. Because why else? Why else would you not believe someone that's showing you proof to your face? To your fucking face, I was showing you this proof. And you're like, no, you're lying, you're lying. You are some fake ass bitches. You're some fake ass bitches. That's exactly what it is. Because what do you mean? He's lying. Y'all is definitely doing some gangbang over here. So cool. That was that interaction. And I was already getting weirded out by them. Because why the hell you, like, me, a liar? Me, a liar? Me, a liar? Y'all stupid. That y'all is dumb, broke. Like, you know, you're so stupid. So cool. Then, you know, guys, as I said, I was claimed to be, you know, going to get jumped. So me and my friends on our break, we went to this shop like near our, you know, sixth form. So we went to the shop, we're walking, and obviously my sixth form's like close to this guy's college, okay? So obviously we're now walking like to get there, and I see someone walking by with like a group of friends. Who is it? It's him and his group of friends. So obviously I'm like getting ready, you know, I'm like, yeah, I'm with my friends. So I'm like, hold my bag, you know, let me take my earrings out, everything out. So, you know, I'm ready to, you know, go. Some walking past, you know, so fish, so fab. That was the interaction, guys. Shh. Nothing happened. Am I that much pressure? Am I giving you that much pressure? And that's why you didn't want to do anything. And then as he's walked past and I've seen now that he's, you know, not done anything, I was like, be who you are for your pride. Because be who you are. Like, actually be who you are for your pride. Like, that's what I said. I said, be who you are for your pride. Because how do you claim you want to jump me? You claim you want to jump me. First opportunity you get, and you're with your friends. You walk past me. You didn't do anything. It's given, y'all is some chatterboxes. Y'all is some chatterboxes. That's exactly what you guys are. Because there's generally no way you would claim to be jumping someone and, you know, you aren't doing anything. Like, you guys must be, like, so stupid. I don't know what the hell's going on. Like, bird brains, everything. Because if I said I was going to jump somebody and I see them, baby, you know? And why do we even need to jump? Why do we need to jump? Do you think you can't beat me by yourself? Is that what it is? Are you that scared? Are you that scared? Did you think I was going to beat you up? That you needed to claim that you were going to jump me with your friends? Or is it that you know that I have proof? Or is it that you know that I'm not lying? You know, you could have jumped me that day. You could have jumped me. You could have attempted to jump me. But one thing about me, you could have never jumped me, baby. You would have looked a mess. You would have literally looked a mess if you did. If you tried to, you would have looked a mess. I'm sorry. And that's just what it is. You just would have looked a mess. You do look a mess right now, actually. And, yeah, so maybe that's exactly why you didn't try me. And I wouldn't have tried me either because, once again, I didn't do anything. You need to go ahead and check your little bitch. He was the one that was actually going around and telling everybody what it was, because the amount of people that knew, I didn't even speak to. So how, like, please, be fucking for real. How was I gonna be the one to, you know, go and tell these people? I didn't even speak to these people. I don't speak to these people. I don't. So how the hell do you think I was gonna tell these people these things? Like, be for real. So that was him, guys. That was him just trying to be like stupid. Now I'm gonna clock the girl, because the girl needs some clocking to do, okay? How the hell do you actually think it's okay to go ahead and try to get someone jumped? Why do you think it's okay to try and go ahead and get someone jumped? Like, you, in your head, you're like, oh my God, these with my man. Oh my God, like, these with my man.
Help me, help me.
You know, like, I'm like, this bitch is palpitating because she's so scared that I'm with her. Yes, I am with your mans. I am.
Period.
What now? What the fuck now? Like, you know, like, what the hell? Like, baby, you is weird, broke, busted, and disgusted. Ugh. Like, ugh. You actually had to have some sort of, like, you know, insecurities. Because, mind you guys, at the time this, like, story time happened, I didn't even look like this. I look much better than her. I look much better than her right now. And then, to be honest, I look much better than her. So I understand why she would be, like, you know, jealous. She'll see some sort of competition. But how do you see a competition if you don't want you? The guy doesn't want you. If he wanted you, he wouldn't have came to me. He wouldn't. He actually would not. He would have stayed with you. But he, you know, you guys are nothing. You guys were not in a relationship. He's not claiming you, baby. He's claiming the white girl. He's claiming the white girl. He's not claiming you. You dumbass light-skinned bitch. This is why I hate, like, I hate when a bitch thinks she cute because she light-skinned. You ain't cute, baby. You ain't cute. And it's always the light-skins who are mixed with... It's always the mixed race girls. I'm telling you. She was just so pressed. So, you literally went around telling everybody. Mind you, you're trying to get me jumped, but you were crying. You were crying when my friend wanted to beat you up. You were crying when my good sis was wanting to beat you up. So how'd you go from crying when someone's trying to beat you up to getting somebody, you know, jumped? How'd you go from that? Baby, I'm gonna get you jumped when I next see you, bitch. The hell? Because that is just so weird. And to the straight guys, yeah, that decided to, you know, stop being friends with me and everything because of this situation. Y'all are some bum-ass, broke-ass niggas because y'all is sucking each other's dicks as I speak right now. Y'all are on each other right now. And that's exactly what y'all were doing when this whole situation happened. Because I've showed you fucking proof. And one thing about me, guys, you can't label me as a liar. And I've just came today and I've given the proof. Because you can't label me as a liar. And that's one thing we won't ever be doing, and we just won't be doing, because that's just not what I am. So it's now been like 3 years since the situation like actually happened. It's been 3 years. I remain untouched. I'm the baddest bitch, and I'm getting rich. So, you know, I don't really like this whole situation right now, like in terms of like 2026. It doesn't really bother me. Like, it's just like a situation that, you know, happened and everything. And, you know, I'm not like faced about it. But, you know, I got asked to do a deal story time. And I just, you know, I was like, you know what, let me take this as an opportunity to, you know, like get my side of the story out and, you know, like be not labeled as a liar anymore, because that's exactly what they tried to label me as. They tried to label me as someone that was gonna, you know, create pictures, create text messages, and create a whole fake ass story. What do I gain from making a fake story about you? What do I gain from that? You decided with your free will to come here. You decided with your free will to stay here. And you decided with your free will to try kiss me. Liar where? Liar where? Bitch. So, yeah. Guys, this was the story. I don't even know if I said the story correctly. If I'm editing this, I probably will re-record the video. But yeah, that bitch was just mad because he wanted to eat my pussy and he didn't want to eat your pussy, bitch. So, yeah. So moral of the story, guys, stay away from DL guys. Stay away from jealous girls. And make sure you always look so fucking amazing. Because that's exactly what I do. I hope you guys enjoyed this YouTube video. I just, you know, had to give you guys a little DL story time and get my name cleared in this whole situation, because this did happen in secondary school. So I hope the people from my secondary school are probably like watching this. So I hope y'all know I'm not a liar. I would have never wanted to cause a sort of buzz. I don't need buzz from you. It was your little, that desperate girl that made this whole story like a story, because it could have just been left alone. I would have just told my friends and it just would have been that. But no, you decided to run your mouth, as you always do. I just wouldn't make a story about you. You know, I had bigger things to be doing back then than creating a fake story. So why would you actually think I was making a fake story? We all know it's true. They know it's true. They just wanted to make it seem like it wasn't true. And yeah, guys, if you are watching this and you're from my secondary school, like, yes, it is me. Do I look sexy? Like, no operations, no nothing. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this YouTube video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and stay fabulous for life. Like, period. So yeah, guys, if you want to see more of me, I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, I'm everywhere. Everything will be down in the description. And yeah, guys, stay tuned for more YouTube videos.
I'm doing rich shit. Pretty bitch shit. I'm doing rich shit.